What's up, people? I am back. Um, Today, well, I felt like doing the second video as like a continuation because Hollywood seems to have this problem right now of trying to do we're trying to be the first. We gotta do the first this, the first, quote unquote black character, first Asian or first gay or first this and that. And I just don't understand it because it's like, and this is the biggest point, they've already done it. It's already happened. I mean, when when Black Panther came out, and it's fine if people like that. I didn't like it for other reasons. But one of the things I remember not liking it for was when people acted like it was the first black superhero movie. And people try to even argue it. Like, when you brought up Blade, they're like, well, Blade didn't count because he's not really a superhero. Like, fuck off. Batman's a vigilante. Because that's the argument I heard some people say. Well, Blade's a vigilante. And, like, so is Batman. But he's looked at as the ultimate superhero still. It's such a stupid point, but it's also like, it's just to justify acting like Black Panther's the first black superhero when it just isn't true. And it's not even just superheroes. Black people have been, specifically, I'm talking about black people here, have been in movies forever and have been leads in movies. I would even say even before the 70s. But it's just, to me, what it is also, it's just disrespectful to what came before. It's like when Marvel first gay superhero, I'm like, no. Nova Star, look at that character, not Nova Star, can't think of his name, but North Star, I think that's who I was fucking thinking of. North Star, he's gay, but people love that character, and that's because, I always mention this, they weren't written identity first. And that's unfortunately like what you get because Hollywood is trying to race to be the first, and it's so stupid, or like when Captain Marvel came out, the first female superhero movie. I'm like, no, it's not. And then when you bring up ones, they'll try to argue, well, those weren't good. I'm like, doesn't matter. They're still the first. They were before. Captain Marvel was not acting like Captain Marvel was the first female superhero when Wonder Woman literally came out 2 years before that. Is dumb as fuck. And it's just the biggest thing for me. It's disrespectful to what came before. As someone who's actually watches not just movies, but like movies, video games, television, like whatever. Acting like there weren't women until like Captain Marvel, or acting like black people weren't in movies until Black Panther is cringy. It's disrespectful. Even in music. Like, I always talk about this, but my favorite singer, or one of my favorite singers of all time, is Freddie Mercury. And last time I checked, he's not straight. It's just, and I understand that's more music-wise, but still the same point. He didn't go on about being gay. He wanted his talent to show. And I think that's what it's the same thing with these characters. When you show, when you just have a well-written character, they're going to always stand the test of time. It doesn't matter what their sexuality is. But when you write their sexuality first, or them as race first, or gender first, reiterate this point, you're just going to get characters that are just going to be known as that. Like Finn. I brought up yesterday, or the other day. Like, Finn was he was clearly only written to be black. And what I mean is that, we need a black person. They felt like we need a black person in the movie. So we're going to do that, but we're not going to actually do anything of note with his character because, we just wanted a virtue signal. Oh, guys, we have black people, even though there were black people in Star Wars before Finn, but anyway. And I think it's also just a lazy excuse because they want to be the first, and I don't know, to wow weirdos when the firsts have already happened. When you watch what comes before, stop acting like you did it first. If you're just talented at what you do, or if the character's well written, people are just gonna flock to that. It doesn't matter what their race or their skin color is. You know, like in terms of female characters, another solid female character. Like I mean, I obviously named the obvious one, but you have Selene from the Underworld movies. You have like the horror ones, and you have like even the ones in video games. Like I mentioned, Lara Croft, Samus, or the women from Mortal Kombat. But and then with black people have been, like I mentioned, have been in movies forever. Literally, Wesley Snipes was one of the biggest names, even before Blade. This was before Blade. He was in like most late '90s, late kind of mid to late '90s. He was in a lot of action movies. He was everywhere. But because he wasn't a superhero in Blade, it doesn't count. It's so stupid. This weird race just to be the first is so stupid when what Hollywood needs to focus on is just writing well-written characters. And I just, because I've seen it done well before. And now it's not that they lost it, it's they refuse to. It's because they want to chase this weird, we gotta be first because, I don't know, we gotta look woke to everybody, we gotta look woke to the public, like we're down with, black people, we're down with this group of people, so we're just gonna chase this weird, we gotta be first, even though, like, even just specifically with black people, it's been done before, it's been done with women, it's been, like, if you actually watch shit, and just pay attention to what's going on, you would know, but Disney, not just Disney, but like a lot of these stupid movie studios placate to these retards who don't watch anything before like 2019, when they'll be thinking like, oh, Black Panther was the first black superhero movie, even though it wasn't. Okay, Spawn wasn't the greatest movie, but it happened. But then, obviously, Blade, which is like, in terms of, one, it's a way better movie, but it's all like that movie. But you also have, like, people, Meteor Man. Yeah, Meteor Man. Not obviously another one that's not great, but it happened. And definitely with women, it's not Wonder Woman, but you even have, there was already solid female characters before that shitty Captain Marvel movie. If you've been like a horror fan like me, dude, the amount of female characters in that, literally. Sidney Prescott, Laurie Strode, Nancy Thompson, really any of the chicks from the Friday the 13th movies, but like, you have had strong women forever. I don't obviously, you don't even have to go to the obvious Ripley and Sarah Connor. Like, there's so many you can name. And with gay characters, there's already gay characters in Marvel, like North Star, but even in DC. But you know why? Because they weren't written gay first, or this character wasn't written black first, or woman first, or this first. But when you're trying to reach, you gotta be the first. You're just chasing nothing and just getting fake virtue points. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Tomorrow, like I mentioned, John Wick Chapter 2, which I can't wait to get to because I fucking love John Wick. And I'm gonna teach the fucking Gronk Mazza about Queen, but that's like more of a joke video. But the main video will be John Wick Chapter 2, which I cannot wait because, my opinion, the first one's the best one in terms of story, but John Wick Chapter 2 is really good. The action is probably the best in that. Like, watching that in theaters, I hate that I didn't watch the first one, but getting to watch John Wick Chapter 2 in theaters was a great experience. So, talk about that more tomorrow. But also tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of when I started doing videos again. I don't know what happened. I just stopped doing videos around, was it 2017? And then just and that 2020 just kicked in me like, we got to do videos again. So I want to thank everybody who's followed me this far, ever really since I came back 2 years ago. So I want to thank all the people who's followed me, all the people who's got my Kiss of the Dragon video to 20K. I never thought in my lifetime I'd even get a 20K video. And I'm just a dude who smokes and talks about shit. So anyway, just wanted to thank the people for that. But yeah, I'm going to cheers one more time and peace out. But, so like I said, Hollywood needs to stop trying to be first with the first. We got to do the first black hair of this character. Do the first. You know what? Hollywood, do the first really good character in years. But I'll talk about. That's all I wanted to say. Just, you know what? Do the first really good character in years, Hollywood. You know, instead of focusing on doing the first this character. But yeah, guys, fuck Warner Brothers, fuck Disney, fuck LeBron, fuck Colin Kaepernick, fuck Seth Rogen, fuck Kevin Smith, and fuck the Biden administration. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.